Welcome back to SnowRunner again. This is also the second voiceover, and like I said in the previous episode, I was not unmuted, and I did not realize it, so I recorded the whole previous episode without any audio because my microphone was muted, and that was the same case for this one. About 25 minutes in, I realized it and unmute, so there was a little bit of commentary at the end of this, but I was just very frustrated. So if you, I don't know, just enjoy the quiet episode. I'm just kind of driving around. And yeah, I was telling some stories in this. I retold the story briefly at the end of what I was telling during this part. But anyway, I hope you still enjoy. And I just didn't want to not upload these because it would have been a waste of my time if I recorded all this and then just deleted them. So yeah, I hope you enjoy. Leave a like if you liked it and subscribe if you want to. I will catch you in the next episode where I hopefully unmute my microphone. Have a good one. I've been muted this whole time, dude. Son of a bitch, man. I've been muted for so long, man. Oh my god. I haven't even been unmuted for that whole last episode that I just recorded too. Oh, that's such a waste of time. My god. Well, I don't know. That sucks. I've told stories, so much stuff, man. God damn it, I'm so mad. I don't even know what to do now. This is just, I'm gonna still post these because I don't really have any other option. But that sucks. Oh, well, I guess I'll tell my story again. And I don't... Fuck, dude. God damn it. That sucks so much. I talked about so much stuff and none of it got recorded. Well. Alright, anyway, I've been working a lot. This past week I worked 45 hours. I only get paid for 40 of them. I'm full-time salary, so, you know, that's what it is. Oh, fuck, dude. We had a bunch of stuff this week. The orchestra, other things. I had to mix a band Thursday night. That was fun. I had some shit happen with Dante. Dante's an audio over IP system. And it was messed up from a previous show, and I didn't know how to fix it, so I had to call my A1. He helped me, and I ended up having to just jump down to the second rear rack and just use inputs 33 through whatever. I only needed 16 inputs, so it was fine, but I'm going the wrong way again. It's fine, I'll just take the dirt road. But anyway, I got that figured out and I mixed the show and it was fun. And I didn't really have anything to worry about because I know what I'm doing and yeah, but I just get super anxious about it. It's just how I am. That was some of the stuff I talked about. I went way more in detail about it, but I don't have it in me to do it again. Now the story that I was gonna tell, that I basically hyped up the whole last episode and then you wouldn't know because I wasn't fucking recording anything there. I'm stupid. That's what I started this episode out with, and literally just realized after like 25 minutes that I was muted. So, you know, that's what I get for not recording for a while, and that sucks, and I'm really sorry. But I'm not going to just throw away these episodes and not use them because I recorded like for 2 hours today, and that's kind of a waste of my time. So, whatever. Anyway, Saturday, well, Friday we had like a medium in there, which is like someone that's like talks to the spirit world or whatever and can like deliver messages from your loved ones. I think it's bullshit, but whatever. People come to it, so it is what it is. Now, the story came from a wedding. And this wedding, it was a black couple, so, you know, it was a lot of us, primarily black guests and black family members that were there, and they were all absolutely wonderful. They were super fun people, very, very nice, and it was all around great time. Now, I believe these two girls, like, literally probably the only two white girls there. There were a couple other white people, but there was no more than, like, 5 total white people at this wedding. Not that that's a problem. Again, I don't want this to sound like you need this for context because it makes more sense if you have the context, just, you know. And I'm not saying that, like, you know, white girls act any certain type of way or black people act any certain type of way, but I just mean, like, these girls were, like, white girl level wasted, but like there was something else going on too. It didn't make sense. And like the wedding, like the bride and groom weren't having it, and like it was just, it kind of got messy. So anyway, these girls, when they got there, they had the entire facility. This wedding could use every single floor in the building. And the first floor, or the lobby area, was where the ceremony was, which is pretty typical for weddings there. A lot of times we use the lobby for that because we have like a grand staircase and it just looks really pretty. The second floor was for the cocktail hour because we have like a big concession area up there with like high top tables and stuff. And then the third floor is where the bridal suite is and some other dressing rooms, but it's also like an educational floor where the school that is attached to the theater can come over and use the one room as like a dance room because it's got like a Marley type floor. So there's dressing rooms for them to like change into and whatever, but the dressing rooms are also used for like bridal party and that kind of stuff. And obviously the bridal suite is used for the bride. Now anyway, the fourth floor was where the ballroom was, which is where the reception is and all that stuff. So these girls were in the lobby, and I was standing as a technician for a wedding. I don't really have a whole lot to do because there's usually a DJ, so I don't have to do anything tech-wise. But I'm just there to help out if anything's needed, and it's just built into the contract that there's a tech, so there's always a tech. That was weird. Okay. Now I need to drive back up there. I'm probably going to end this episode after this. I'll finish this off in the next episode. I'm just a little annoyed at myself now, and I kind of just want to be done recording. So once I deliver this, I'm going to end this episode. Sorry. Okay, so these girls, they came in, they sat down on the bride's side, which I believe they were told that it was a traditional style seating where you sit on one side for the bride and one side for the groom. And they sat on the bride's side, I'm pretty sure. So the one girl in the blue dress, who was the one that was, something was really wrong. She asked me, I was standing over in the corner, over by elevator 1, which is like the front elevator. And there's a doorway that leads into the stairwell. And she pointed at the door and she was like, "Are there bathrooms through here?" And I looked at her and I said, "No. The only bathrooms for this level of the building in the lobby are going to be down the stairs." And it's only, I pointed across the lobby because it's on the other side of the lobby. There's a stairwell that leads down to the lower level lobby, and it's a very nice stairwell. It's got like brass railings, it's, you know, carpeted. It's very, very nice. Like the lobby continues down below, and there's a lower level lobby where there's bathrooms. It's just the only space for bathrooms in that area. There was no other space for them, so that's where they put them. So it makes sense if you know the building, but if you don't know the building, it's an odd thing. So I get that, and we often get people that are like, "Oh, that's weird." But like, I thought maybe she just didn't want to walk down the steps, but like she wasn't, and she wasn't old. Like, she was probably my age. She was definitely late 20s, early 30s. I'm 34, so she was somewhere in that area, late 20s, early 30s. And I was like, there's an elevator like opposite of where we're standing right now if you want to take the elevator down to the lower level. And she still just looked at me like I was speaking a different language. It was very weird. And anyway, she was just like, "Okay," and then she like went back over to her friend who was wearing like a flowery floral dress. So anyway, they got up and they like went downstairs, and the events director was down there, and apparently they talked to her, and they said that I told them that they weren't allowed to use the bathrooms upstairs and they had to come down to these bathrooms. And the events director was like, "Well, these are the only bathrooms that are even close by. Like, to get to other bathrooms, you'd have to go like upstairs or whatever. Like, there's no other bathrooms to go to other than these ones." And again, they looked at her like she like had 6 heads, and it was very weird. So anyway, then cocktail hour was after the wedding, and it was on the second floor, and the bartenders said that they only gave those girls 1 glass of wine. They had nothing else. And they thought they were odd too. So then, time passes, cocktail hour's over, we're up in the ballroom. The girl in the blue dress is like, something's going on with her. She went into the bathroom and threw up. We got her water, and she was like, why do I need this? And her friend was like, you need to drink this. And then she like, the girl in the blue dress pushed the girl in the flower dress. And they got into like an argument. And then they were like arguing out in the ballroom, like in front of other guests, like loudly. The girl in the flower dress was definitely messed up too. I think they were on something else. I don't think it was just alcohol. I think they were either tripping on like mushrooms, maybe acid. I don't know about that though. And then the only other thing I could think of is I do live in a legal, like recreational cannabis state. So like we have dispensaries, and she could have gone into a dispensary and gotten a bunch of edibles and ate a whole bunch of edibles. Like, I don't know what was going on with this girl. I don't know what her life is like. I don't know if she has something going on. Maybe she had a really bad breakup and she was coming to this wedding and she just wanted to be fucked up because it's a wedding, and I don't know. But like, if you eat a bunch of edibles, you can definitely puke from it. It's a thing. So like, is that where I'm going? No, I actually need to go up. So I think that's the most likely case, that they were just really, really, really high off of some edibles, because they kind of looked like they were really high. Like their eyes were, like they looked like they were tired. Like they had that like lazy eye tiredness with their eyelids. Their eyes weren't bloodshot or anything, but that doesn't always happen, especially with edibles. So I don't know. It was weird. And like, I don't have anything against cannabis or weed or marijuana, whatever you want to call it. Like I think it should be legal federally. Like I don't think it should be illegal at all. I think it's much safer than alcohol. I mean, personally, I enjoy it more than I would enjoy alcohol. And I'm not saying that I do partake, but I'm not against it, and I'm not saying I don't either. So with that being said, back on to these girls. There was something going on, and like, they weren't being belligerent. They were just being like, it wasn't the kind of behavior you would do at a wedding, especially if you're there, in support of your friends getting married. Like, they were drawing too much attention to themselves, where the attention's supposed to be on the bride and groom. And it just wasn't good. So we told them they weren't allowed to have any more alcohol, because we were serving alcohol there, and they were clearly under the influence too much already. The girl in the flower dress was trying, air quotes, to get her friend out, but her friend was just like in her own world, not paying attention to anyone else. She would just go sit down at random tables and start drinking drinks. It was very weird, and like that kind of behavior just tells me that you're on some kind of other drug. Like, you're tripping and you're not in the same world as everyone else. I'm just trying to think of the best way to get out here. So yeah, so I don't know. We eventually got them out of the building, and then we had to lock the doors because we were afraid they were going to come back in, and then that just caused problems for wedding guests because they would want to go out and like smoke, and then they couldn't get back inside easily. We'd have to let them in. It was just a whole big ordeal. I've worked quite a few weddings there, and that's the first time I've ever had any kind of experience like that with like guests that were basically like crashing the wedding. It was very, very, very weird. I don't know. So I don't know what they were on, but they were definitely on something. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode. I'll finish this off in the next episode. Hopefully I don't forget to unmute my microphone and we have good recordings. But I'm going to have to voice over the beginning of these episodes and say that I forgot to unmute my microphone, and it's just going to be a quiet episode. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like if you liked it. Subscribe if you want to. And I will catch you in the next episode. Have a good one.